Korean workers, they have their New Year, which is 1 week. And probably many other from other countries with their different needs culturally, that if we want to open up Zanzibar, we have to accommodate as well. They cannot only come with money and their skills, they'll also come with their cultural preferences and their rights to worship and things like that. Second, how will Zanzibar ensure that the laws, policies, and workplace practices are not only protective? It's usually, even in mainland, wafanyakazi tulindwe. People want to be protected. It's common all over the world. But how can we find a balance between being protective, but as well empowering, balancing the rights of workers with the needs of employers and driving sustainable economic growth? And how will labor laws help to mitigate the possible tension that may arise between the locals and foreign expatriates emanating from the clash of civilization? If you go to a place like Dubai, you have foreign workers, many than the local population. So it will reach a point in Zanzibar, somebody wakes up in the morning, goes to a workplace, and then find that he's not in Zanzibar anymore. It's full of people that are not Zanzibaris. Actually, they may find themselves minority at the workplace. And there will be a tension, not only the tension because most of the times the discussion is about the tension between the government and law enforcer and the investors, or workers and investors, but there will be also a tension between workers and workers. It will be everybody's home, but some people believe it's more their home than others. So how will also our labor laws accommodate or create mechanism to avoid such kind of tension and clash of civilization? So ladies and gentlemen, I'm no expert to provide answers to any of those, unfortunately. But I know for sure that possibilities exist. I also know for sure that Zanzibar is not going through this alone. Other islands are facing more or less similar challenges. Early this year, I read an article which was titled Maldives and the Future of Work, Insights from World Economic Forum's Job Report 2025. Among other things, I was moved by their view regarding the type of policies they are aiming to adapt to respond to the global challenges. So let me quote what they say. Policies that encourage innovation, provide tax incentives for green investments, and improve labor market flexibility can help align Maldives with global workforce trends. Initiatives to support remote work, entrepreneurship, and the inclusion of women and young people in the workplace are equally critical. That's what Maldives is thinking. And Maldives, in a way, is like Zanzibar. It's both an island, it's both tourism-led island. It's facing more or less similar challenges again. But I also find the conclusive part interesting, and I wish to share with you the following statement for your reflection. It says, and I quote, "The Maldives must ensure that its workforce is not left behind. Failure to act risks deepening inequalities and missing opportunities to redefine its economic model in line with the global demands. By embracing the twin forces of digital transformation and sustainability, the Maldives can turn global challenges into opportunities. Proactive investment in education, reskilling, and green innovation will not only future-proof the workforce, but also position the country as a model for small islands economies navigating the future of work." End of quote. So the reflections from Maldives confirm two things. First, Zanzibar is not alone in this transformative journey. So you're not alone. But second, by convening this forum, Zanzibar is doing the right thing. So ladies and gentlemen, I hereby commend the Zanzibar Labour Commission and the Tanzanite CEO Roundtable, Zanzibar chapter, for organizing this Labour Conference First Series 2025. What I find truly fascinating is the fact that this conversation is not one-sided. I see here the representative from the government, the CEOs from companies, and the human resources experts, and esteemed members of the legal fraternity. The industry-wide ecosystem approach is what is needed to address the complex matter at hand. Zanzibar must be innovative, but it does not have to reinvent the wheel. I will also advise to consider leveraging the potential for partnership with like-minded islands through the Inter-Island Tourism Policy Forum, ITOP, whose secretary is in Jeju Island in South Korea, in which Zanzibar is one of its 10 members. Other members are islands of Jeju itself, South Korea, Hainan from China, Okinawa from Japan, Bali from Indonesia, Phuket, Thailand, Cebu, Philippines, Hawaii, USA, Penang, Malaysia, and Southern Province of Sri Lanka. These islands share more or less similar experience with Zanzibar, and some are more technologically and economically advanced. In South Korea, the Jeju Island is transforming itself to become a home to digital nomads and position itself to become what they call productive gateway. So you come from everywhere in the world, come to Jeju, settle, work productively, and deliver. That's their message. They went further to even introduce some changes in the work permits to allow greater flexibility to attract these nomads. So our embassy stands ready to support the learning exchange and collaboration between you and the Jeju Islands, if need be. Ladies and gentlemen, the lineup of speakers and the chosen topics gives me comfort that the questions I raised above will be well reflected and properly answered. Let us use this conference to listen, to learn, and to chart new pathways. Let us make bold, evidence-informed proposals that will help transform our workplace and improve the lives of the citizens. Throughout history, Zanzibar has been open for change. And through Zanzibar, the wind of change blows to the shores of the mainland Tanzania. I have much confidence that this conversation and the transformation that may take place will help mainland as well to follow suit. I once again commend the Zanzibar Labour Commission and the Tanzanite CEO Roundtable Zanzibar chapter for your leadership to start this important conversation. With these many remarks, I officially open the Zanzibar Law Conference First Series 2025. Asante sana, shukran, thank you so much. Kamsamida.